Outside the Beltway with John Fredericks. Talking to Americans outside of Washington, in the heartland, in our cities, and in our communities. About what matters to them. Outside the Beltway with John Fredericks starts now.
You're on Outside the Beltway. I'm John Fredericks, and I am your blowtorch, your free speech in America, your oracle of the deplorables. And thank you for being us. Coming live in Washington, D.C. Great to have you with us. Hey, got a big event coming up for my campaign, Fredericks for Chairman, March 16th at the Mission, DuPont Circle. It's free. You're invited. Plenty of food. Anytime Godzilla goes somewhere, you're going to be fed. Cash bar. We've got Brandon Beach is going to be one of our featured speakers. He's the United States Treasurer. Our good friend, Diana Harshbarger, Representative of Tennessee. She's going to be there speaking with us. We've also got potentially one of the key diplomats in the United States coming. So it's going to be a great event. Come one, come all. Especially if you're in D.C., you're a registered Republican. We need ballot signatures to get on the ballot. So that's going to be an event for that. You can check it out and just RSVP. Just go to makedcgreat.com. That's makedcgreat.com. Everything is right there, makedcgreat.com. Also, we'd love a campaign donation from you. That would really be helpful. John Gordon always donates to my campaign, so I know he's going to do it. He's my man. So, John, thank you. Good news. I got good news for you that are donating to my campaign. Washington, D.C. limit for this race, 200,000 person, 400 a couple. So I know you want to give me more, but you can't. You got to only give me 200. So John's always good for that. Here I am shaking him down in the air shamelessly. John, you're the man. Thank you. We got John Gordon coming up. And let's see. What are we saying? Yes, February is over, but it's fine because it's kind of the same thing, Tyler. But I do get what you're saying. We'll look into that. Thank you for reminding me of that. Ed is it's no longer February, so it's not Cancer Prevention Month. So let's go to. Thank you. Let's go to Tim first here. Tim, let me get my paperwork out. I'm going to go to Tim Graham, Media Research Center, Executive Editor. Tim, thanks for being with us.
Sure.
So, Tim, the fake news is going berserk. They all want to say that we're in a war. We're all going to die. There was no justification. Trump did this on his own. There's no War Powers Act. They didn't go to Congress. No AUMF. It's protracted. There's no end game. There's no strategy, et cetera, blah, 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 et cetera. Except actually, Erin Burnett in Tel Aviv is actually giving somewhat accurate reporting of what's going on. What's your take on this whole thing, Tim Graham?
Well, there is always a certain set of Democrat talking points on something like this. And so, yes, you've listed a bunch of them, which is, you need to come to Congress. And you always want to turn it around. Any working journalist should say, did Obama go to Congress when he went to war on Libya? Manu Raju was trying to say that somehow we had a declaration of war in Iraq and Afghanistan. We didn't. We had the AUMF version. But the Democrats are trying to say it's all a disaster before we even get started. And that's where everybody should really just hold the phone. Let's see how this goes. But obviously, it does seem like they've had some success in getting rid of the top leadership in Iran. And I think to some extent you have a bad situation where you have the Democrats in the media sort of suggesting, well, Iran isn't so bad, and I think that they don't like when this president and his team underline what an enemy to the United States that Iran has been for a long time. Most people of a certain vintage certainly remember them taking American hostages for 444 days. Which was the end of Jimmy Carter. So there's a lot of bad history there.
Yeah, it's amazing that you say that, Tim. Khomeini was really not that bad. He read poetry. I mean, all the guy did was murder 30,000 of his own people a few weeks ago. It's just could you imagine? Let's just juxtapose this whole thing. Let's say Biden was president and he actually had his faculties, or Joe Biden was president, or whatever you want to say, they did the same thing. The Democrats would be cheering this, like everything the same, and they'd be cheering it. So this is how ridiculous Trump derangement syndrome is. I mean, you tell me if a Democratic president did the exact same thing, that every Democrat right now would not be saying it was the greatest move in military history.
Well, and for example, one of the other lines that they all like to use is, especially the late night comedians, is Trump went to war to distract from the Epstein files. And again, a bunch of us remember that very quickly after the Monica Lewinsky impeachment, Bill Clinton went to war in Bosnia. And they didn't run around saying this is illegitimate because Clinton's just trying to distract you from the other thing. So, yeah, I mean, we have a news media today that are basically saying all the same things that the Democrats say and calling it news. I mean, that's why we do what we do.
You know, Tim, there's a press briefing today at 1 o'clock. As you know, I'm a White House correspondent. That thing is going to be a zoo. I mean, that thing, first of all, it's going to be packed. It's going to be hard to even stand there. It's going to be packed. That's number one. But number two is every single question from the first 4 rows of that thing is going to be a gotcha question. Every one of them. Nobody's going to ask about, give us an update on the military brief. How many missiles have we taken out? How are we going to open up the Strait of Hormuz? No, every question will be gotcha. And it gets old, Tim. I tell you, going in there, it just is boring now. The questions are all the same. They're all dumb. But I guess somebody's got to do it. I guess I'm a Catholic, so it probably takes time off my stint in purgatory. Don't you agree with that?
I think it feels like purgatory. I spent 2 years in the White House press corps, the first 2 years of George W. Bush. And I would be in row 6 or 7. And you knew you were doing something right when the liberal reporters would turn around like, who's asking that question? And they weren't softballs, they were questions from the conservative point of view. I mean, Mr. President, or Mr. Fleischer, well, how's this going? I think you should expect tough questions. It's like you said, there's a difference between a firm, fair question designed to elicit facts and just aren't you a moron type question.
Tim Graham, you nailed it. People, aren't you a moron type question. That's what you get. Tim, people want to follow you and the Media Research Center. Tim, where do they go?
Well, we're at newsbusters.org. And of course, we're also on your social media under Newsbusters. Come and see what we've got to offer.
All right, Tim, thank you. Thank you for your time. Thank you for being with us, your analysis. And we'll talk soon. Coming up next, Johnny Gordon. Fasten your seatbelts. John Gordon's next.